would love to take some questions if you have them. Ask anything. I'm not offended. So. She asked what the significance of my bracelet is. This has the name of my 3 friends that gave their life in Iraq, my buddies from my platoon. Brian McDonough from Maplewood. He was the driver of my vehicle when we got hit. Corey Risted, he was sitting behind the driver. He was from Red Lake Falls. And then Jimmy Wasika from St. Paul. And Jimmy was killed, like I said, a month later in a separate attack, and I found that out when I was in the hospital, so that was a very tough day. And Jimmy and I joined at about the same time, and we were close friends outside of the Guard too, so that was an extremely tough one, but I have not taken it off ever, and I don't plan on it.
You did such a wonderful job without any notes. It's hard to believe that you couldn't remember Katie's name because you have just did such an inspirational talk.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You and then you.
I was just wondering when Katie was there that whole time with you, what kind of accommodations did she have as far as, you know, living and also what was going on with the boys at the time?
Okay, she asked about what the accommodations were for Katie when she came out with me. At Walter Reed, at first it was a little dicey. December 2006 was a very busy time in the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, and so the hospital was overfilled, you know. So the accommodations on base, she got put in a guest house that was, she went in there, turned on the light, and saw a couple cockroaches scurry. And for me, I don't care about that stuff, because I mean, we had cockroaches in our rooms in Iraq and whatever. But for her, I mean, she freaked out. And there's the casualty assistance officer that the Army sent with her to make sure you cut through all that military red tape, acronyms, all of that stuff. He's there to be the liaison and make sure that she's taken care of. They fixed it. It was all taken care of. All you have to do is say something. You don't just go right to the media and go, my room had a cockroach in it, which is what some people did out there. She said, listen, this is unacceptable, whatever. They put her in a room, and all she did was use that room to take showers in anyway. She was amazing. She stayed in a chair next to my bed the entire time I was in the hospital. And then when I was ready to be an outpatient, we stayed at the Fisher House, which is a place where if you're a family, you know, not just a single soldier, it's like a community house. You have your own private room with TV, bathroom, shower, all that. But the kitchen's in a common area, living room, dining room, all of that. So if you're having a tough day and you want to lock yourself in your room and stuff, you're going to have to come out sometime, and there's people going through the same thing you are, and you chat with them, and everybody's a big happy family. And they just built a brand new one here in Minneapolis at the VA too. It's amazing. So that was our accommodations. A little rough at first, but it got fixed and well taken care of.
John, along that same line, did most of your treatment and rehab occur through the VA, or were there private providers involved?
He asked about my treatment, if most of it was through the VA or if there was private treatment involved. All of my stuff at Walter Reed is it's covered. I never saw a bill or anything like that. Even if the bill said zero, I never even saw one of those. When I medically retired, then you transfer to the VA, but I also have TRICARE for Life, which is the military retired medical coverage. It's very reasonable, and that's great. I use that for my family. I've done outside care at like Lakeview Hospital and stuff like that. I actually had, when I was still in the military, but going through my process to get out, I ended up, the screws that they put in my back got infected, and it ended up being a blessing in disguise because it was uncomfortable having those bolts back there when you sit. and so they had to take those out, and it had been long enough that I was healed, and they didn't have to put more screws in. And they did that right here in Stillwater. That was my choice. I could have done the VA, but we had one of the best back specialists in the country, and so I chose to do that, and it was fine. I've done some coverage through private care, but I choose to do the VA because they get it. Other private ones, it seems like they rotate so much. Doctors, there's always a new doctor or something, and I keep having to explain, okay, well this wasn't from a firework accident or something like that. And the VA, they have my file, they get it, and all that. So the fantastic care, never had a problem with them. That was the long rambling answer, sorry.
I just want to say that being a part of a community, I'm from Greenfield and Rockford, and we just lost a soldier, Robert Greiner, this fall, and we're such a small community that it was really, everyone really supports his parents, and his siblings are in school with my kids, because they're a lot younger, and it really brings it, I can honestly say that I don't know if I would have not had something as close, and my next door neighbor was in Afghanistan and lost one of his good friends 2 years ago. But just to be that close to it, I can understand how the community just feels so, encompassing and encouraging of you, and that's so nice. And that must just feel fantastic to know that people are there.
Yeah, I really can't thank people enough. I mean, it was to the point where there was like too much support, where I'm like, I'm fine now, everything's good, and that's just, it's amazing. And again, it reaffirms that this is all worth defending. The people here are just wonderful. Minnesota specifically. I've lived other places, through my travels in the military, but there is nothing like Minnesotans, and absolutely proud to live here.